John Hope High School is a school that in Chicago was really a gem for a while.
Hope was like a family setting. It's one of the reasons why I applied. The pep rallies, like we legit had a mascot at one point.
So, we have way more schools than the students that we need. And then when you look at the types of schools that were opened, over 40% were charter schools and over 40% were alternative high schools.
I remember we were having a discussion in our math class in my freshman year. The rumors that Inglewood and Tilden were closed. People are gonna disperse and come here. They chose not to close Tilden, but they revamped Inglewood, and that was the start of it.
2005, Inglewood High School was closed and Hope became the neighborhood school. So they changed in terms of the population of the students that were there. They became more of a neighborhood resource. People talk about it as a place that neighborhood kids wanted to be, and they'd be open till 8 o'clock at night. It functioned in what we talk about as a nice quality community school.
You have your good and bad with anybody's high school experience. Nobody's high school experience is gonna be cookie cutter. But at the end of the day, we knew, you knew you could depend on people. They knew my dad was in the hospital, and my dad ends up dying and finally succumbing to the stroke he had, and they were like, we get it, it's rough, come on, we're gonna still be your backbone, but you still gotta do what you gotta do. We started to see the divestment happening when our band magically goes from being a band to we barely got a drum line.
In the attendance boundary of Hope, aside from the population decline, because that's been going on for a bit, the number of students who are under 14 years of age dropped by over 40%. So we have an overall population decline and then an even greater student age population decline. Neighborhood schools are almost in 3 buckets. So Hope is a school that is under-enrolled, that has continued to see a decline in enrollment, that serves a primarily Black student body, and that is in a community that is a high poverty community, but that might be slightly or beginning to be in transition. And in that regard, it faces a lot of poverty-related challenges. We see most of those schools on the south and west side, and more so in the African American community than even in the Latino community.
Folks who hold the decisions in their hands want to blame it on the students and teachers. That's never the case. I know for a fact that I can still walk up into that school and the same security guards that were there when I was there still hold places for these students. The teachers who were there when I was there still hold places for these students.
So while some people who are not familiar with Hope might just think of it as a bad or underperforming school, for the people who are a part of it, it is like a family friend.